Hello, my name's Alex Wallbank and I'm the creator of Cinematic Strings. This is just a quick demo just to show you some of the new features we've been working on in our upcoming 1.75 update. A lot of people have been getting, this is a very hotly anticipated update. A lot of people have been requesting it for quite a long time now, and we've been working on it flat out for just months and months on end. I can't tell you how much work it's been. We've basically gone through and revamped the whole library. It's basically like a new library. We've re-edited the short notes, we've trimmed them up a bit, made them tighter, we've tuned them all. We redid the legato system, which was a huge thing. I'll come back to that a bit later. But what else did we do? We've got a new interface. So this is the old interface, but this is the new one we're working on. It's not finished yet, it's just a JPEG. But that's what it's going to look like. So all the articulations are accessible here through the main page. And you can see the whole thing is basically, it sort of follows that Apple iPod sort of vibe, where it's sort of simplifying everything down, streamlining everything, so it's a bit easier to use. Over here you've got the mic faders, and there's a fourth mic fader now. That's another thing that a lot of people have been requesting, is for us to create a stereo mixed version of all three mic distances mixed together, so that way you can get the full sound of the hall, which is bloody fantastic. Excuse me. Compressed into a stereo mix, so you can use the whole hall sound at one third of the resource usage, which is very cool. Okay, so let's just go back. I think that's everything. Yeah, one thing to say about this is that these articulations are all switch on, switch offable. You can switch them on or off, basically, on the fly. And when you switch an articulation off, it just disappears from RAM. So it's very quick and easy to keep your project, trimmed of the fat, so to speak. It also allows for you to choose whether or not you want to use key switches or separate tracks to sequence. A lot of people have sort of been saying we want separate articulations so we can load them into separate tracks. Well, what you can do is just load an instance of this, as many instances of this as you like, and then just only have tremolo on one, and then only have staccato on another, and so on. So that way you can separate it and work on separate tracks if you like. Okay, so I'll just run you through a few of the new articulations. So in addition to retuning all the short notes, we've actually extracted, it says spiccato here, but we're going to call it probably staccatissimo. I think that more accurately describes the sound. We've created these. They're sort of they've been created by time stretching the existing staccato samples, which sounds very, very useful for sort of quick, short playing. It sounds like something like this. Okay, so. And that's very useful to sort of be able to alternate. So you use the mod wheel. You'll see here, put the mod wheel up and it changes to staccato. So you can switch between staccatissimo and staccato on the fly, which is a very easy, cool way of doing things, I think. So you can sort of do this sort of... etc., etc. So have a play around with that. It's very fun to use that, actually. Moving right along, we've also got a marcato option now, which is basically the same as staccato and staccatissimo, but with some layered, we've got some sustained samples layered on there. So you can do these sort of... sort of vibe. Okay, so moving right along again, I'll show you the new pizzicatos, which again have been trimmed and sort of tweaked so that they're a lot easier and more fun to play with. So I'll just show you how they sound quickly. Yeah, I can never think of what to play when put on the spot. So, but you get the idea. And last but not least is the legato. Now, this has been a huge process. This has been a huge part of the update. We've gone back, re-edited the samples, tuned them, tweaked them a bit, etc., etc. But most importantly, we've created a really advanced scripting system for them, which detects how fast you're playing and adjusts a whole bunch of different envelopes. There's a whole bunch of automated envelopes that are adjusting the attack, the volume and the speed of them, and little filters and so on going on in the background. It's highly advanced and basically means that you can play whatever you want, and it'll just sort of sound good. Basically, you can play fast and slow. You can switch between fast and slow very easily. And we've also layered the staccatissimo samples on there. So if you play above a certain threshold of velocity, say I think it's set to 60 by default, you can just play. You can switch. You can start by playing something like this, and then instantly switch to. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? You can switch between slow and fast just like that, and it's just so easy. You barely have to edit it, really, if at all. You can just sort of play it in, and that's that. Because that's what I wanted. I wanted this library. I wanted it to be like, you just pick up a guitar and play it. I just want you just pick up cinematic strings and play it, and it just sounds pretty much as you want it to. So I hope I've captured that vibe, and I hope you think so too. So give it a go. I know you'll like it. I'll just finish off by playing I'll play some Bach. I'll see how I go. Okay, so not perfect, but you get the idea, hopefully. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be back probably next week, and I'll run you through some of the other sections when they're ready. They're almost ready, so I'll see you then. Until then, peace.